This video is going to be about the band Girlschool, and this is a band that I have heard of, but I never really took the time to listen to them. I really wasn't expecting much, but I was surprised that I really liked this music. So let me talk more about it. I'm talking about the new album by the band Girlschool, and the name of the album is WTForty-five, which is an album that lets us know they have been around for 45 years. They're also the longest running all-female rock band. This album was released on July 28th through Silver Lining Music, and it is their 14th album. Girlschool started in 1978. They were part of the British heavy metal scene. When their name comes up, they often get associated with the band Motorhead. They have recorded albums and toured with Motorhead many times. They began when they were in high school. The first name of the band was Painted Lady, but they changed it to Girlschool. And they released a few albums in the early 80s and continue to release albums since then. Their style of music is like punk rock, but with some elements of metal. One critic from Revolver magazine named Christopher Scapitelli described music as being a punk metal mix, tough but poppy enough for radio. And I think that's a good example of how this band sounds. This band has been influenced by classic rock bands such as Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, David Bowie, T-Rex, and Suzi Quatro. Girlschool are Kim McAuliffe on guitar and vocals, Denise Dufort on drums. They're both original members. Jackie Chambers on guitar and backing vocals. She has been in the band since 1999. And Tracy Lamb on bass, who has been in and out of the band since 1987. So let's just dive right into these songs. It Is What It Is the opening track on the album, and this is also one of the singles that was released. It sounds like a classic heavy metal with the bass guitar intro and sustained power chords. The vocals are angry. There's a lot of punk rock attitude with the backing vocals. The song has a retro feel. It kind of sounds like something from the late 70s. Cold Dark Heart is a pretty cool song. It's actually kind of heavy. They start playing these heavy metal guitar riffs, and they play the first few notes in one ear and the second few notes in the other ear, and then it just starts rocking out. It's kind of dark, it's kind of heavy, it's almost evil sounding, and from the lyrics it appears that they're singing about some type of female vampire. The guitar riff is fairly simple and a little repetitive, but I think that's what makes the song very catchy. Bump in the Night was a pretty cool song. It reminded me of an 80s style Alice Cooper type of song with lyrics about being afraid of the dark and the classic heavy metal feel. It has a kind of dark and campy type of quality, and it's also a super catchy song. Barmy Army is another very catchy song about the band in general and their rock and roll lifestyle. It reminded me of the band the Go-Go's from the 80s, but imagine if the Go-Go's played heavy metal. That was my impression of this. Invisible Killer is a song about the COVID-19 pandemic. I thought it was another pretty cool song. Had more of that alternative or modern rock sound. The guitar's tone was closer to something like the Smashing Pumpkins, but it still had that straightforward rock and roll type of sound. Believing in You is a song that reminds me of those 80s glam metal days with the catchy guitar riffs and driving bass lines. The lyrics are very uplifting about believing in yourself. It was a pretty cool song. It's a Mess is a song with some cool hard rock riffs. I like the guitar tone, and the lyrics tell us the story about the state of the earth and society in general and how it's all just one big mess. The song is fun and easy to listen to, and it was pretty cool. Into the Night reminded me of kind of classic heavy metal, specifically glam metal. I was thinking of a band like Kiss from the 80s. They use a lot of sustained power chords and guitar riffs with palm muting, and it just got that like crunchy type of sound. It wasn't a very fast song, and it's a song you can listen to the lyrics and just enjoy. Are You Ready features Joe Stump, and it's a sequel to a song they did with Alcatraz on their last album. I did a review of that Alcatraz album when it came out, and I think it was a few months ago. That particular album was fairly heavy. This one feels more like a punk rock type of song. The song has a big sing-alongable chorus, and I think this would go over well in a live setting. The guitar solo is very melodic. It brings back that classic hard rock sound of a band like AC/DC. I can even imagine like this being like an AC/DC song, but it has like that perfect chorus, where they sing, "Are you ready to rock and roll?" And I mean, you can't get more AC/DC than that. That's what I'm trying to say. Up to No Good was a fun hard rocker. It was very energetic. It was upbeat. It had a faster pace and a lot of that punk rock energy. I guess it was a classic old school Girlschool type of song, or even like a Motorhead type of song. It was just very fun and enjoyable. Party was another straightforward hard rock and heavy metal song about the rock and roll lifestyle. The lyrics mention some classic rock songs like Blitzkrieg Pop and Misty Mountain Hop, and it was just a fun song with a very cool old school sound. And Born to Raise Hell features Biff Byford, Phil Campbell, and Duff McKagan. This is the last song. It's a Motorhead cover. This song is just a fun get-together of classic hard rock and metal stars. They're just paying tribute to Motorhead, or one of the pioneers of heavy metal. That's all it is. It's fun. It's enjoyable. In conclusion, now, this was a fun hard rock album. That's really all it is. I really wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but they're not reinventing the wheel. They're not doing anything new with the music. They're playing music that is just not very complex. It's simple. It's straightforward. It's heavy metal. There are catchy vocals. I enjoy listening to the lyrics. A lot of songs are just about the rock and roll lifestyle. And if you like 80s heavy metal when things were not too serious, and it's about just fun music. It's about having a good time. It's not about technicality or anything else these modern metal bands are doing now, but it's just rock and roll. So that's why I'm giving this album an 8.5 out of 10. It was a lot better than I expected. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Did you listen to this album? Are you a longtime fan of this band? Because I am kind of a newcomer, but I've only heard of them. But let me know in the comments what you thought. Please like this video. It helps me with the algorithm. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to stick another video right here. It's an old Motorhead review I did. I thought that would be the appropriate video to stick in this end screen. I'll see you in the next one.